All right, so we know that the American military is struggling with recruitment. Fox News Digital spoke with Aden Gilbert, the teenage son of a Marine veteran. Now, Aden does not want to follow in his father's footsteps, and he blames Democrats, the left, for eroding his patriotism. Let's watch together.
My dad was a Marine officer. Growing up, I had considered joining the military. My opinion on it was something that, you know, a man of honor would do to serve and protect his country and serve and protect those values that were set and that existed back then. But I think things are a little bit different now. I would say my opinion changed in my late teen years in high school. The left has kind of successfully eroded patriotism by controlling everything like a helicopter parent. When us youth, when we hear the word pride, we're programmed to instinctively think of the rainbow flag. Whereas the generations before me, when they heard the word pride, they thought of the American flag. Now that's to the left, that's considered offensive, and we should burn it or remake it along with the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. And to be honest, I'm really just not moved to serve a commander-in-chief who seems to value the rainbow flag over the American flag.
Welcome to the 12th Annual Department of Defense Pride Month celebration.
The diversity, equity, inclusion.
Using the right pronouns is a really simple way to affirm someone's identity. Instead of saying something like, hey guys, you can say, hey everyone, or hey team.
That video specifically, I think, was the start of, you know, seeing the military start to go down a different path. I think I would rather tiptoe around literal landmines than have to tiptoe around people's pronouns. And I would much rather train to defeat our enemies and protect our countrymen, my countrymen, rather than train to avoid offending protected classes. We've all seen the war movies, and we've, you know, played the video games and everything, and you know, once the time comes where we're actually considering joining, and we're all thinking the same thing, like, is it really worth joining and putting our life on the line for ideologies, to protect ideologies that we don't agree with?
Shout out to our Fox News digital team for this report. Go to foxnews.com, watch the entire story on how woke policies are impacting military recruitment among young Americans. Amazing, amazing work. You know, Kaylee, it's interesting because Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida yesterday, was focusing on that. Really, the last couple of days, he had a news conference, so on and so forth, and he was talking about this in South Carolina and taking the woke out of military. And he conceded in an interview that I watched yesterday, maybe some Americans, independents, Democrats, don't know what that word means. He said it simply means getting away from what we traditionally believe as Americans. And I thought that was interesting. He just put it right out there. Yeah. And let's see the left deny that.
I think that's a fantastic definition. I mean, we just saw the images of what's going on with our military, and the numbers tell the story. China has 2 million plus in their military. We're at 1.4 million. And what really struck me is you just look just quickly at the U.S. Army. They've had the toughest recruiting year, according to the Wall Street Journal, since the advent of the all-voluntary military in 1973, missing its goal by 25% in 2020. Yeah.
Readiness. Take out the enemy. That's the goal of the military.
Yeah, I mean, the military, of course, you know, young men like this should be eager to join the military. It transforms people's lives. It gives their lives purpose and meaning, and it gives them pride, as he says, in the sense that most people used to think of it. You know, there was a poll last year that showed that if this country was invaded, only 55% of Americans would fight for this country. Yeah. The rest would leave. Now, that's serious. Why does it happen? It's not just the woke stuff. This is a country that tells itself repeatedly that it has original sin, that it's been evil from the start. Only America has original sin, other countries don't. Why would you fight for a country which you thought so ill of?
But isn't that kind of an excuse? I mean, I listen to this and I think, okay, but give me a break, really? Because people say the same thing to me. Move out of Michigan, it's so horrible. Well, if I move out, then how does that help the country? If this kid feels like he's such a macho guy, he wants to be macho, get in there. Do something about it. Be a part of it.
We agree 100% on. No, we We agree. I'm going to go with what the Army said, though. The Army said that they have had a decline since 2013 till now, last year and this year where they're worse. And they said there are barriers getting applicants into the ranks, but biggest problem for them is prime recruiting age recruits just aren't qualified to be recruits. So they're actually turning some people away as well. And China, come on, Kaylee, they're communists. They're forced to be in the military.
There are a lot of factors, but we are missing goals by 25%, Leslie. Yeah. That's not sustainable.
But it's not because of one kid's opinion, which he has the First Amendment constitutional right to do and to say. It's not one kid's opinion in a video. That
reflects it's not just one person.
I don't think it has to do with woke or anything like that. I think that our youth has just changed. Well, they want to work at home in front of their computer. They don't want to strap on gear.
There's a lot of factors.
You get the last word.
It would also be good and encouraging if America could win a war soon.
Yeah, that'd be helpful too.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.